Welcome to biology. This is the on-level biology team. We are very excited that you are with us this year. I'm Miss Gibson. I'm the lead teacher and I teach pre-AP and on-level. Mrs. Gifford teaches on-level. Mrs. Moulton teaches both pre-AP and on-level. Mr. O'Connor teaches on-level. Mrs. Tharp teaches both pre-AP and on-level. Mrs. Jones is our ESL inclusion teacher and Mrs. Kish is our SPED inclusion teacher.
This is Mrs. Jones, and I am going to go over the supplies. So it's a little weird since we're all starting at home, but for biology, we would like you to have a 3 or a 5 subject spiral notebook, any color. You must have a laptop. We would highly encourage you getting a headset microphone piece. It just makes it a lot easier to listen and talk for when you go back to school and everything. You need pencils, you need some glue stick or transparent tape in a small plastic dispenser, and some paper towels or a box of tissue, and some Expo markers. Those Expo markers are the dry erase markers. Once we get back to campus, who knows when that will be, hopefully September 8th. Some of the things that we're looking for donations are those Clorox wipes, some hand sanitizer, distilled water, a gallon of it, some more pencils, and lots of Lysol. So that is our supplies that we're looking for, and that's what you need to get started here in school. And if you have any questions, just let us know.
Hey everyone, my name is Mrs. Tharp and I'm going to tell you about the grading policy in on-level biology. So 75% of your grade will come from assessments. That includes tests, projects, and quizzes. You will have a project each 6 weeks and most likely 2 quizzes and then most likely 2 tests. 25% of your grade is going to come from the daily assignments. So each day you will be assigned a set of assignments through Google Classroom. So you'll meet with your teacher and then have like a set of assignments. And most likely you'll get some sort of participation grade and a grade from those daily assignments. Now, not all assignments are going to be out of 100 points. This really confuses freshmen initially. So if I give you a quiz and I tell you that you have a 9 out of 10 points on that quiz, that means you got a 90. If you divide 9 by 10, that would give you a 90 for a percentage once you convert that to a percentage. So that's really good. Again, it just confuses a lot of kids and parents. The reason we do that is because we want those quizzes to make up less of your assessment grade, much lower than like a test or a project, for example. So if you look at the number of points that assignment is taken out of, the lower the number of points, the less of an effect it's going to have on your grade. The higher the number of points, the more effect it's going to have on your grade. So those tests and projects, it's going to be really important that you do your best on those. And then show up to class every day. So grades are going to be updated at a minimum of every Tuesday. And then late work will be accepted for a week up to a 70. And guys, do your best to get your late work in as soon as possible. I know it can get stressful when students let just kind of that late work pile up because they know they have a week. And so try to get it done the very next day, the very next block, and so that it's not just like kind of weighing on your mind.
Hello everyone, I am Miss Gifford and I am here to talk to you about our test retake policy. So here on the screen here, you will have a minimum of 2 tests each 6 weeks. And so assessments, so what's going to go on with that is there will not be a retake for quizzes. Now for application in the practice category, late work will be accepted and for up to a 70 if it's done within a week of the due date. Now for the mid-unit exam, in the event that a student scores below an 80 on the mid-unit exam, the grade will stand as is. However, if the student scores higher on the unit exam, the student's mid-unit exam grade will be replaced up to an 80. Okay, so that's how the mid-unit exam works. For the end of unit exam, if the student scores below an 80 on the unit exam, you will have a correction opportunity to be completed within 1 week and earn a possible grade of up to an 80 on the unit exam only. In the event of a failing grade on a project, the student will have the chance to improve their project grade up to a 70 if it's done within a week. So that's just a little bit about our retake policy. Hello everyone, and Ms. Gifford here again to chat with you about STAR. So STAR is a standardized test. It's a state standardized test for all biology students. It is cumulative, meaning that it's going to include everything you've learned throughout the year. So in the last 6 weeks of the school year, there will be a review and the exam will be given in May. So we wanted just to give you a little heads up about that, about STAR coming up in May.
Hello, I'm Mr. O'Connor, and I'm going to talk to you guys about how to succeed in biology class this year. So this bottom right one, time management. This year in particular, this is going to be more important than ever. So you guys are going to have half of your time real time, half your time is going to be flex time where you don't necessarily have to interact with us. But I would highly suggest, if you're going to be successful, treat this like a job. Make sure that when you're in biology class, you're doing biology and you're focused on biology class. When you move to your next class, be focused on that class, but really make sure that biology time is dedicated to biology. With that, asking questions. So when you're in biology class and you don't know something, make sure you ask your peers. Make sure you ask us. That's what we're here for. We're here to help you guys. So please, I can't help you if I don't know what your question actually is. Now with that comes the studying aspect. I would love to be able to just put information in your head, but I can't do that. You still have to do the work of studying yourself. So now that you're in high school, this is going to be another level above middle school. So I really hope you guys take that as a challenge to step up and really take on the challenge of high school and succeed in high school. And so that's going to require a little bit more studying than you're probably used to. And so that comes with finally the final one, turn in your work on time. Turning in your work on time, get those free points where you can by doing your work. And so by doing your work, you're going to be successful on the assessment, you're going to be successful in biology class, you're going to be successful in high school. So really, those are the top 4 tips. And if you do those, I know you're going to be successful in our biology class.
Google Classroom is super important. We will be using Google Classroom every day in biology, so please make sure that you're checking it and that you're working through the assignments through Google Classroom. Most of your assignments will come through Google Classroom on a daily basis and will be graded through Google Classroom. So you need to make sure that you are working on them and completing them on a daily basis. But make sure that you're checking Google Classroom.
Hi y'all, I'm Ms. Moulton and I teach on-level and pre-AP biology as well as am the assistant cheer coach this year. And I'm going to be talking to you about the biology website. So you can either type in that URL or you can go to the Vista Ridge website, click on the directory and type in your teacher's name and the website will link to this. So if you open this website up, you will see the guardian signature form that you and your parent or guardian need to fill out. You've probably already been talked to about this by your teacher in class today, but it just kind of goes over everything and lets us know that you read the syllabus and you're agreeing to our expectations for you. These are all of the teachers that teach biology. You'll notice that most of them have a hyperlinked name and that will take you to their personal website just to get a little bit more information about them as people. If you click on the on-level tab, we have the calendar. Now this is subject to change, so it's not 100% set in stone, but it is pretty close to it. So this will give you a little bit of a better idea of what we're doing every day during synchronous time when we're together, and then when you are doing asynchronous or on your own work as well. Now, if you scroll down, this is the tutorial schedule. Now, this specific tutorial schedule, you do need to be logged in with your Leander ISD email to see, because it does have all of the Zoom links for these tutorials. And so, yeah, this is on the website as well. And then I'll show you another place where everyone can see the tutorial schedule. So as the year goes on, our detailed unit guides will be uploaded under this tab. We do have study tools for each unit. So if you click on the unit that we're studying, there will be videos, Quizlets, and games to practice anything that you are struggling with or just want to learn more about on there. Now, this syllabus is something that you need to read over. It has all of our expectations and guidelines for the entire school year. So how we're planning on grading things, what we're learning each 6 weeks, our expectations on Zoom, our expectations when we come back to class, all of those things are on here. So please take some time to read this. It also has contact information for all of your teachers. Please remember that most of us will not be in our classrooms, especially not until the 8th. So using an email will be the best way to contact us and not through these extensions. And then once we get Remind 101, that would also be a great way to contact us. Now, we don't use hardback textbooks. We have an online textbook. So you can either click this link right here and it'll open up in a separate tab, or you can scroll down and just use the textbook on this page. We also have links to useful links. So if you want to learn anything about science, these are all great resources to kind of research on your own. So hope this helps. We'll give you a little insight